Good morning, everyone. So over the last 2 years, we've really been focused, like I think every other vendor here, on how do we use AI and how do we infuse that into our products, particularly to help our beloved users increase their experience, increase their productivity when it comes to developing software. But we're also going to talk about how we're taking Copilot from in that IDE stage and infusing it throughout the platform. Let's start with meeting Copilot. Today, more than millions of developers develop on Copilot, but I think the funnest way is to actually see it and try it out. So I'm going to try to build a fun game. I'm feeling a little gamey being in Vegas with Copilot. So who knows the snake game? So I'm going to spend some time going through talking about how we're infusing Copilot, not just in the IDE or to help you explain, but through every step that your developer has to take to get from idea to production. We're going to break these up into 3 different workflows. One, how do we accelerate velocity in everyday tasks? 2, when we're developing for an enterprise, how do we make sure that code is secure and high quality and ready to ship? And then 3, how do we empower our users to work in that next generation of applications that they want to build? We have 3 different solutions that really helps build in Copilot throughout. First, Copilot, which you just saw. Second is Copilot Workspace, something we newly released in beta to help us understand how you can brainstorm, ideate, and get you from that planning stage into actually that building stage. And then lastly, embedded throughout the platform, so everything, whether it's creating a PR, whether it's responding to a comment, whether it's catching up, whether it's working with an extension, you're supported with what you need. We support all your favorite IDEs, so no matter where or what systems you want to code on, you can use it. You can use code spaces directly within GitHub that will get you up and started in minutes without having to set up your machine locally. And we can help you customize this. So if you have certain code that you don't want to feed into Copilot, you want to do some exclusions based on your IP, you can do that. You can decide what kind of code you'd like to reference to make stronger capabilities and stronger suggestions from Copilot. And you can even go as far as creating your own fine-tuned model. So you can take your own code and train Copilot specifically for your organization only on the organization that you think is most relevant or rendered to your code. Directly from Copilot, you can start to call all the third-party tools that you might have integrated into your GitHub workflows today. So we've released an API with metrics, and we're coming up with more robust reporting that you'll be able to leverage soon in your organization to also better understand how developers are using Copilot. And so you can put that back into how you're thinking about fine-tuning your models or about the extensions you're thinking about plugging in and leveraging, all to optimize your experience and get the most out of this tool. With Copilot Autofix, which now we just GA'd, helps you detect anything you've found in CodeQL and actually fix that with a code suggestion that your developers can either edit or directly merge into their code and be able to patch their vulnerabilities. So another thing we think about is developers spend a lot of time reviewing others' code. And sometimes when I'm new in an area, I might want to have someone to help me review before I send it over to that senior engineer or before I take some of their time. So now you can actually have Copilot review your code and be one of the reviewers to help apply standard and consistent practices across your organization. We've actually tried Copilot Review ourselves before we would ever ship it out into beta. And what we found across all of GitHub PRs is that we had a 60% acceptance rate of the code quality improvement suggestions. And we took down the peer review time on PRs from hours down to minutes. My hope for you is that you've learned something here that you can take and get back to what you'd like to do. Build something next, build something new that we can all leverage as we continue to grow and develop as a community in our digital world. So thank you for your time today.